Hello, welcome to We Learn Virtual Learning Network. This is session number 8 of English. Topics to be covered under this session: idioms, common idiomatic phrases and expressions, idioms in the workplace, and general idioms. We have already classified idioms in the last session. And what exactly idioms do you mean? An idiom is a phrase where the words together have a meaning that is different from the dictionary definitions of the individual words. ऐसा भी हो सकता है कि idiom जिन words को मिलकर बना हो वो same literal meaning हो या some different meaning from those words. It may be either way. एक phrase है that is group of words जहाँ बहुत सारे वर्ड्स टुगेदर मिलकर एक मीनिंग देते हैं, बट अगर हम अकेले उस वर्ड का मीनिंग लेते हैं दैट इज डिफरेंट फ्रॉम डिक्शनरी पॉइंट ऑफ व्यू. Idiom is a combination of words that has a meaning that is different from the meanings of the individual words themselves. First point is clear. Now the next one is it can have a literal meaning in one situation. लिटरल मीनिंग वो वर्ड्स का मीनिंग ले सकता है एक सिचुएशन में एंड अ डिफरेंट इडियोमैटिक मीनिंग इन अनदर सिचुएशन, बट इन अनदर सिचुएशन इट विल टेक डिफरेंट मीनिंग इन एन इडियोमैटिक सिचुएशन. इट इज अ फ्रेज विच डज नॉट ऑलवेज फॉलो द नॉर्मल रूल्स ऑफ मीनिंग एंड ग्रामर. So it's a phrase, collection of words, two or more words, which not always follow the same rules of grammar. There are some common idiomatic phrases and expressions from which you will be clear that literal meaning is not taken as such in idioms sometimes. A penny for your thoughts. This is used in a way to ask someone what they are thinking about. Add insult to injury to make a bad situation even worse. Once in a blue moon, when something happens very rarely. See eye to eye. Idiom is used to say that two agree on something. Hear it on the grapevine. This means to hear a rumor about something or someone. So you get a fair idea. When you read the idiom, you get a fair idea that what should it mean. Miss the boat means when you get a chance, you missed it. Okay, so from idioms you can get a fair idea that what does it mean when you read the idiom. Kill two birds with one stone. It means एक काम आपने एक हथियार से दो काम कर लिए. This means to do two things at the same time on the ball when someone understands the situation well. Cut corners when something is done badly to save money. To hear something straight from the horse's mouth. Because earlier days we used to use horses quite frequently. So to hear something from the authoritative source. और horse को हम हमेशा positive way में ही लेते थे. So it is something related to authority. Costs an arm and a leg when something is very expensive. The last straw. फाइनल प्रॉब्लम इन अ सीरीज ऑफ प्रॉब्लम्स. लास्ट स्ट्रॉ से आपको इसका मीनिंग क्लियर हो ही जाता है. टेक व्हाट समवन सेज विद अ ग्रेन ऑफ सॉल्ट. दिस मीन्स नॉट टू टेक व्हाट समवन सेज टू सीरियसली. विद अ ग्रेन ऑफ सॉल्ट मीन्स पिंच ऑफ सॉल्ट. देयर इज अ बिग पॉसिबिलिटी दैट व्हाट शी सेज इज ओनली पार्टली ट्रू. Similarly, there are other idioms given in this slide. Speak of the devil and the devil is here. This expression is used when the person you have just been talking about arrives. Feeling a bit under the weather, feeling ill. Or examples हैं which can literally mean that one is sitting on a fence, to sit on the fence. I sat on the fence and watched the game. However, the idiomatic meaning of the same idiom to sit on the fence is that one is not making a clear choice regarding some issue. The politician sat on the fence and would not give his opinion about the tax. issue. So literal meaning is different, but idiomatic meaning is different, which creates a sense where to use it. Many idioms are similar to expressions in other languages and can be easy for a learner to understand. Suppose, जैसे कि आपको पहले सेशन में बताया, some idioms come from old sayings, some from proverbs, old phrases which have changed over time also. जैसे to hold one's horses. Horses earlier we used horses. People used to ride horses, and nowadays we are not using. It means to stop and wait patiently for someone or something. It comes from a time when people rode horses and would have to hold their horses while waiting for someone or something. Nowadays we are using vehicles, cars. Hold your horses. It may get changed over a period of time to hold your cars, or apply brakes on your cars. It may be something like that in the coming times. I said when my friend started to leave the store, hold your horses. Other idioms come from such things as sports that are common in the United Kingdom or the United States and may require some special cultural knowledge to easily understand them. To cover all of one's bases means to thoroughly prepare for or deal with a situation. It comes from the American game of baseball, where you must cover or protect the bases. I tried to cover all of my bases when I went to the job interview. Thoroughly prepare for or deal with a situation. So in this sentence, it has been explained that I was thoroughly prepared before I was to appear for an interview. The green light, idioms in the workplace. What type of idioms are used? ग्रीन लाइट का मतलब अगर आप ट्रैफिक सिग्नल्स की बात करते हैं तो ग्रीन तब होता है जब आप कुछ आगे बढ़ने के लिए, जब आप कुछ कर सकते हो, यू कैन मूव फॉरवर्ड. My supervisor has read my proposal. Now I have the green light to start the project. So, like a green traffic light, permission has been given to go forward. In black and white, the boss said we will have a raise next year, but I don't know whether to believe her or not. If only it were in black and white. Writing in black and white, if you have something in writing, it's like a contract. Black and white means writing mein ho and it is clear, so everything should be clear. In the red, the company is in the red. It's got a lot of debt and is having difficulty covering its expenses. Actually, red ink, teachers are using red ink to highlight the mistakes. So in a negative sense it is used. So here also in the red means if company is in red, so it means it is in expenses. It is not company is in loss, it means, and is having difficulty in covering its expenses. Out of the blue, जब आप कुछ एक्सपेक्ट नहीं करते और एकदम से हो जाता है, that is out of the blue. No one was expecting it that the news of the fast food shop closing came out of the blue. To cost an arm and a leg, बहुत expensive, क्योंकि an arm and a leg itself is very expensive. A long face means an unhappy expression. To keep the ball rolling means to continue working. A football idiom, to get start the ball rolling, means to start the match. Let's keep the ball rolling. We are off to a good start with a successful bid, but we have still got a lot of work to do. On the ball means to be in control of the situation. A pain in the neck, who is always complaining about something, an annoying or bothersome person or event, who always complains about something. Wet behind the ears, inexperienced and naive. Don't include Chris as part of the bargaining team. He has just started working here and is still too wet behind the ears. So these are some phrases which are used in office and general idioms also. Until you are blue in the face, forever. This expression is used in the same way as until hell freezes over. Forever. You can talk until you are blue in the face, but I won't change my mind. Suppose you are insisting for something and a person is not ready to accept those things for which you are talking about. So that is like तुम बोलते रहो continuously, तुम जो भी मर्जी बोलते रहो उसके बारे में forever तुम चाहे बोलते रहो, but I am not going to change my mind. So this is until hell freezes over. It is the same type of idiom. Under the weather, ill, sick, unwell. Then you use it. There are some slangs also. Nuke, heat in a microwave. If your coffee is cold, just nuke it for about a minute. Nosh, snack. There's plenty in the refrigerator if you want something to nosh on. Wishy-washy, uncommitted, without an opinion of one's own. Don't be so wishy-washy. Tell us how you really feel. When you are not giving your any opinion about particular situation, then we say this is wishy-washy thing. You should have your own opinion also. Similarly, this is another slang, and see, at the 11th hour, very popular idiom, at the last minute. Yes, I got the work done in time. I finished it at the 11th hour. Do a bang up job. Do a very good job. Do very well at something. Then we use this idiom. Drop someone a line. Write to someone. It is clear from idiom itself. Drop someone a line. These are few idioms which we use in our routine life. Regularly we are using at our workplace, or slangs are also we are using daily in our day-to-day life. So this is an exercise for you people. Give few idioms used in the workplace. Explain the meanings of to cover all of one's bases. When you talk about something thoroughly, when you are prepared for exam thoroughly, you will say he has covered all of his bases. At the 11th hour, at the last moment. Don't keep things for the 11th hour, at the 11th hour. So these are few idioms which we use in our daily life. Thank you. Happy we learning.